All right. So it's 1 year. 1 year. 365 days since I began. Tomorrow is 366. But it's the end of today. It's also a Friday, which wraps up a full trading week. And since August 2nd, of last year, the market has returned 12.65%. While on the other hand, I've managed to return 15.75%. That's right, 15.75%. The return that I had was 3.1% higher than that of the broader market. It was 25% higher than what the market returned in total. A meaningful amount. So when I made a promise that I was going to attempt to do something somewhat irrational, which is combine levered instruments to produce a return that would outperform the market, I don't know. I could go back and watch. I probably will. I'll spend some time tonight looking over what I was thinking. But I think I know what I was thinking. I believe that a younger me, about a year ago, believed that it was possible, yet highly improbable, that anyone who's just like me could outperform the index with the right series of steps, a well thought out process that hardly allows for decision making, and just a set of guidelines to wake up to twice a month. Think about it and move on. This graph represents so many changes in my life. There's a lot of dates on here on this graph that are meaningful to me. And on those days, I wasn't thinking about this line. That's fine. It never stopped working. And just because it was working, I wasn't surprised. It wasn't fully meant to work this fast. I wasn't supposed to have outperformance until year 3. I may not have outperformance this year. I would not be surprised. But for the first year, 3.1% is a meaningful difference. And 3.1%, a lot of that difference came in the back half of the year. After I had completed the vision that I had, that me a year ago outlaid for myself, the set of rules, strategies, and instruments to buy. I let him do all the thinking, and to this day, I really don't think about the system. He did all the thinking for me. I trust him. I trust that man a year ago. I believe he knew what he was talking about. I think he knew what he was talking about better than I know what I'm talking about right now. And so I follow his rules. I think he was a better decision maker than I am in this moment. He had a lot of clarity at that time. He put a lot more work into it than I have recently. He was more sharp, wise, and steady thinking. And so even though some of those rules scare me now, I follow what he says. I think he was right. So 3.1% outperformance. 25% above the average return that most people had in United States equities this year through a system that anyone can use. And I think it's important to call out how my chart looks. It's up and to the right. Yeah, so is the other one. This one has been profitable. Yeah, so is the other one. But look at it closely. And then come here look at the 1 year, and look at this one. How is it that I walked into a project saying that I wanted to use levered instruments, things that amplify returns, and yet the chart of my portfolio is so much more stable, so much more readily just apparent that it swings less than the broader market? How did that come to be? It came to me because I know that the person who was thinking about a year ago had thought harder than I had about which financial instruments to buy, in what proportions, in order to create a smoother ride with a better return. A year ago, me sat down, put it all out, and understood how it would come to be. I don't today. I don't today. I know he could tell me. I know he could look at this and tell me. He would say, you know, these two mechanisms within the portfolio interact in such a way that it smooths the fall. It accelerates the growth. And I would believe him because I think he knows better than I do. But I'm very, very proud of this outperformance. A whole year under my belt. Good or bad, right or wrong, listening to what the man I was a year ago said, thinking he was wrong, and saying, no, I'm probably wrong now. I'll listen to him. He thought about it harder. I haven't thought about it very hard recently. I've been relying on his advice. And I appreciate that a whole lot.